Joshua Schultz with the CD-5 College Republicans. I'm the chairman. And today I'm with Senator Stephanie Bice. Nice to meet you.
Good morning.
Good morning. So the number one question, who are you and why are you running?
Sure. I am a fourth generation Oklahoman. I was born and raised right here in the 5th Congressional District. Graduated from Putnam City Original High School. I'm a graduate of Oklahoma State University with a marketing and international business degree. I currently serve in the Oklahoma State Senate, Senate District 22, and I'm excited to take on this opportunity to return this seat to Republican control. Why am I running? Well, I think Washington needs leaders who are going to tackle the big, seemingly intractable problems and find conservative solutions to them. And I've done that on the state level, and I want to take that same approach to Washington.
Okay, so what are your three main policies going in? What are the three issues you want to tackle when you're sworn in?
Sure, I think the first is border security. We need to be able to ensure that we are building a wall and securing our southern border. The reality is no other country in the world allows people to freely cross their borders without some sort of checks and balances. So we need to be supporting President Trump in that initiative. But in addition to that, we need to look at immigration reform. It shouldn't take a decade and hundreds of thousands of dollars to become a legal citizen of this country. We want people to immigrate here, but they have to do it the legal way. The first experience with this country shouldn't be an illegal one. And so streamlining that process is important. Second, healthcare. It affects everyone in the country right now. The price of insurance premiums has skyrocketed. Deductibles have skyrocketed. Prescription drug prices are unaffordable at this point. And I find it interesting that the Democrats say, well, I have solutions to the healthcare crisis right now, but the reality is Obamacare created this, and we need to fix it. And the third thing that I think is important is transportation and infrastructure. You know, Congressional District 5 is the crossroads of America. You have I-40, I-44, and I-35 coming right through the middle of this congressional district. And we need to be ensuring that we are funding transportation and infrastructure at a level that will allow us to grow. Oklahoma has the opportunity to be the logistics capital of America, and we need to make sure that we're investing in that.
For sure. So how do you differ from the other candidates running?
Sure. I think that we all have business background experience. Look, I had my own business. I was a partner in a business. I worked for the family business for almost a decade. So we all have that small business background. The thing that differentiates me is that I'm actually serving, and I've taken those hard votes. I know what constituents are looking for in a conservative legislator. I know how to get things done. In my first term in the state Senate, I had 2 back-to-back state questions on the ballot in 16 and 18. So I understand what voters are looking for and how to get things done, and I think that differentiates me from others.
Okay, so we're just going to talk about some policy. So what is your stance on the Second Amendment? Are you like one of those that are the military has it, we should have it, or we need more gun control?
Look, I've been a staunch supporter of the Second Amendment. My grandfather was the sheriff of Sebastian County, Arkansas. I grew up around firearms. I've always been a proponent of those, and I think my record in the Oklahoma State Senate speaks to that. So I will continue to be a champion for the Second Amendment on the federal level as well.
All right. And taxes, you know, you mentioned you want to fix health care. And what are your view on, are we wanting to raise taxes, lower taxes? How are we wanting to do that?
You know, look, the lower taxes is always better. The Cadillac tax, as you mentioned on the healthcare initiative, we need to be sure that we are focusing on funding core services of government, which we've had some challenges with on the state level, and I've been a champion of trying to make sure that we are not increasing our income tax, our sales tax, our property tax, but also being mindful in funding core services like transportation infrastructure, education, public safety. And I think that you can do that and still keep taxes low.
And another big issue in the state of Oklahoma, especially being where in the area we are, abortion. Huge issue, not only just here, but nationally.
Sure.
What are your views on that?
Well, I've been given an A rating by the Oklahomans for Life as a champion of pro-life initiatives on the state level, and I'll continue to champion those causes.
All right. So I'm a college student, Oklahoma College Republicans, rising tuition costs, a big issue facing my generation, the generations before me, and the generations after me, how are we going to combat that?
Well, I have a kid in college right now, so I understand this dynamic. The reality is there's lots of ways that you can do that. This notion that free college for all is something that we should be embracing is a farce. The reality is every person, a young person in America, has the ability to get a free college education, and that's through the military. If you want to join and be a part of the GI plan, you can get that. What I would also challenge, though, is that not every young person needs to go to college. There are some incredible opportunities for young people to go to a trade school and learn, for example, HVAC, plumbing, welding. Those things are in high demand right now. Not only can you get the experience you need in a short amount of time and be out making money, but you can have your own business. You can create your own small business in the long term. So I think we also need to shift the mindset from you have to have a 4-year college degree to let's find something that you're great at, that you enjoy doing, and that you can make a living at.
For sure. And it's a huge thing with the tech schools. Now they're doing signing days just like the colleges and sports do. So it is definitely a rising alternative to college.
And I think that if you look at some of the best technology minds in America over the last decade or so, none of them got a college degree. Steve Jobs, Michael Dell, these guys didn't have a 4-year degree, but they were innovators, and that's what we need more of in this country.
Yes. Okay, so what do you see the biggest need in the House District 5? I'm from Del City. There's a lot of poverty, and it's in more of the minority communities. What do you see as the biggest issue?
I think that we have a great, robust economy right now. The unemployment level is really low. I think the things that people are focusing on right now are really the healthcare crisis. I think that it is a crisis. When you have the cost of insulin and the cost of EpiPens so high that those individuals that truly need it can't afford it, there's something wrong. And so we need to really take a hard look at where we are on healthcare and try to find ways to solve those issues for Oklahomans.
For sure. And so how can you beat Kendra Horn?
Well, I think that we have an incredible team of people that we put together. Our campaign team got off the ground running really early. Certainly because of my service in the state legislature, I have some recognition across the congressional district for some of the things that I've championed. So that does give us a little bit of a head start. I also think that she's not representing the values of the congressional district and the majority of the folks in our area. Voting for Nancy Pelosi right out of the gate was very unpopular. Supporting the impeachment inquiry, people that I speak to absolutely were against that impeachment. They want Congress to get back to work. And that's exactly what I intend to do, is I intend to work hard to win this seat back and then get to work for Oklahomans. Okay.
Anything else you'd like to add? How can people get involved with your campaign?
Sure. So I am excited to have such a great volunteer base, but we need more. This congressional seat is going to be a tough race. And any help that you can, your viewers want to provide would be amazing. You can visit our website at biceforcongress.com. There's a donation link. Financial resources are needed, but also volunteers. And if you click on the volunteer page, you can get information on helping us phone bank, knock doors, just get out in the community. There's also an opportunity to request a sign. So if you'd like a sign in your yard, let us know.
Okay. And keep a lookout for the other videos. And thank you, Senator, for your time.
Thank you.